Welcome to St. Marcus Congregation Forum. Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. We want you to see what the facilities team is suggesting for our sanctuary as we take care of this building that will be 100 years old in 2013. At the conclusion of this presentation, you will be directed to a survey which will provide valuable feedback for our planning purposes. You may pause this presentation at any time to study the slide in detail. The Lord has richly blessed St. Marcus with this building, and we remember some of the projects that have been completed or are underway at the present. We replaced the stairs in 2012 and installed new handrails. The brick of our building was tuck-pointed and stones were repaired. These will be painted next spring. The doors on the left are located on Garfield Street. They were refurbished in 2012. The doors on the right are the main doors on Palmer and will be refinished in 2013. All of the doors will be refitted with standard door hardware for safety and security. We are now planning work that embraces these important aspects of our worship space: access, flooring, windows and roof, seating, and media upgrades. We now enter our sanctuary from the atrium at the back of the church with these steps, or at the front of the church at this door. We propose to rebuild the steps at the back of the church and include a 4-foot wide ramp that will accommodate wheelchairs, walkers, strollers, and even caskets in addition to foot traffic. The ramp will be 13 feet long in compliance with ADA standards. Let the people come. As we move to the flooring, we realize that our present carpet is torn in places and also has obvious signs of changes that have already been made to the worship space. A number of those places are potentially dangerous. When we polled the congregation for carpet choices in August of 2012, many people suggested that we remove the carpet from the altar area and install a hardwood floor to enhance St. Marcus's music ministry. In August, we removed the carpet between the front pews and the altar steps, as indicated by the golden areas. The musicians are pleased with the effect. We are proposing that a new wood floor be installed in the altar area and that the carpet favored by the congregation and our consultant be installed down the center and side aisles, at the back of church, and in the rooms on each side of the altar. We move outside to take a look at the windows. This window on Garfield Street was done in 2011 and shows the beauty of our windows as seen from the street. Here you see a before and after picture. On the right, you see how the Lexan has become cloudy and no longer protects the stained glass as well as it once did. On the left, you see how the stained glass has been re-leaded, the trim painted, and the window covered with tempered glass. This window was done in 2011. The window on the left is the large Bethany window as it is viewed from the atrium. The window on the right is the large Emmaus window as it is viewed from Garfield Street. When we look up, there is the roof. We realize that our roof is scheduled to be replaced within 5 years as it reaches its life expectancy. Leaks in the roof over the organ chambers were repaired in 2011. We are happy to say that there are no leaks at the present, but we do need a new roof. Let's move inside and talk about our pews. This floor plan details how we removed pews in 2011 to accommodate our musicians in the front and the exit in the back. Before we install new carpet, we want to finish removing pews to accommodate the new baptism font in the front and provide more people space in the back of the church. We also realize how narrow our side aisles are. It's almost as tight for foot traffic as it is for wheelchairs, walkers, and strollers. This proposal includes shortening the last 10 pews on each side by 18 inches. These changes to the pews would remove space to seat approximately 50 people. We also propose to purchase 75 pew chairs as pictured in the lower right-hand corner, which could be strategically placed for those services that require more seating. Usually we figure our sanctuary can seat 450 people. Our pews have been holding people for 100 years and were last touched up about 25 years ago. We think it's time to refinish them. The pew on the left is one that has been done already as a sample of how they could all look. The pew on the right might just be the one you sat in when you were in church last. Watching this presentation reminds us of how we use multimedia to serve the gospel at St. Marcus. This is our audiovisual control panel as viewed from the balcony looking toward the altar. We suggest that we replace our 10-year-old projector with a more powerful one to serve our worship needs in broad daylight, increasing the lumens from the current 7,000 to 20,000. We also propose some other modest AV improvements that include a secure and attractive desk. Next year is a big year for Wisconsin Lutheran High School, too. They are in a $5 to $7 million campaign, Gifted for Praise, to improve and enhance outdated facilities, manage operating debt, and support current ministry. As a partner in education, St. Marcus's Board of Directors has committed our congregation to a gift of $96,000 in the next 3 years for this campaign. When you consider the price tag for each of these items, it adds up to a total of $450,000 as the cost of taking care of our church building and church ministry. We are suggesting a timeline as indicated. Now is the time for members and friends of St. Marcus to react to any and all of the items on our list. The Church Council will complete the presentation to the Board of Directors, who in turn, God willing, will have a recommendation for the congregation at its next meeting in January. We could begin work on the ramp in January in connection with the work on the Career Center, the current building project. We look forward to Anniversary Sunday in February when we will thank God for the 100 years that we have been worshiping in this building. We can use the format of an every member visitation to put our mission statement into practice, where St. Marcus connects people to Jesus and to others in joyful love and service. This is where we would share a Bible story, our strategic ministry plan, plans for sanctuary renovations, and Wisconsin Lutheran High School's Gifted for Praise campaign. By April, we could be ready for pew refinishing and carpet installation. With God's blessing, we may be ready to rededicate the church and dedicate the B. Bruce Career Center in May or June. We've even figured a way to pay as you go with this project. Thank you for taking the time to consider the opportunities for service that we now have at St. Marcus. Please take a few moments and complete the survey. There is space for your comments, too. What do you think? Have we missed something? How can God bless us? Thank you for your help.